Hey guys, guess what? It's Angel. You're watching my latest video and I'm buckled in. I'm actually on my way to Salt Lake. I knew I was going to do that. Took my sunglasses in last night in the house instead of leaving them in the car like I should have, and I put them on my counter in the kitchen, and as soon as I sat them there, I immediately knew that I would forget them today on my way out, and sure enough, I forgot them. So that means I'm driving with no sunglasses. Wah. I hate when I do stuff like that. Usually I'm totally the person that I'm gonna turn the music off. I'm totally that person that believes in everything has its spot, and as long as you put it back where it goes, it'll always be there, so that when you go to use it, it's there and you don't have to go without. And most of the time I adhere to that, and I always put things back exactly where they're supposed to go, and I never run into any problems. But every now and then I go against that and don't listen to my own rules, and I pay the price. So I'm driving now to Salt Lake with no sunglasses. Grrr. Which probably means on the way back from my appointment, I'm probably going to stop somewhere and pick up another pair of sunglasses so that I will have them. I did have usually I have extra pairs, like I'll have an extra pair in my glove box, but I have a pair that I keep in my little, there's a little spot in the roof of the car that has, a little drop down that you can put your sunglasses in, and so I keep a pair in there. I actually do have a pair in my car in my like middle console here, but they're actually prescription, and I have my contacts in, so that doesn't work. I can't put those in. I'd never be able to see where I'm going, so that's not going to work. And then I usually keep an extra pair in my glove box, like I just said. But the pair that I keep in my glove box, I'm gonna stop and get a soda, which is totally bad. I do really good where I go without soda for the longest time, and then all of a sudden I go on this soda binge where I feel like I have to have a soda, like one a day. Anyway, so I had a pair in my glove box, and when we went to Peach Days a couple weeks ago, I was wearing that pair, and then I went to the bathroom, like a public bathroom, and I had them on, on the top of my head in the stall, and in the midst of going to using the restroom, they fell off my head and onto the floor, and I'm such a germaphobe. There's no way I was picking them up and retrieving them after they hit that bathroom floor. I mean, there's just no way it was happening. So they stayed there, and I'm sure somebody found them, and I don't know if people, will find stuff and keep it off a bathroom floor or not, but I'm not that person. And so I left them there, and luckily they were a cheap pair of sunglasses. I got them on sale, so.
Hi, how are you?
Hi, can I get a large Diet Pepsi?
Anything else for you today?
No, that'll be all.
Is everything on your screen correct?
Yes.
Total is 214 at the window, thank you.
Thank you. Ooh, they have a Dr. Pepper Vanilla Float Freeze. If they had that in Diet, I would have totally tried that. That sounds amazing. Anyway, so I lost that pair of sunglasses, and so, yeah, really I could pick up a pair and it would be fine, but I probably will end up doing that today. So anyway, it's like like 1:45. My appointment in Salt Lake is for 2 o'clock. And it's just an appointment to go visit with my counselor. And so it's nothing super important, I guess. I don't know. She's a new counselor, and I don't know if any of you watching have ever been in counseling. I've been in counseling a good part of my life. Let me roll up my window because I don't know how well you can even hear me with the window down, but I've been in counseling a good part of my life, and so she's what is she, like my fourth? She's my fourth or fifth counselor that I've seen in my whole counseling career. And every counselor is different, and I've had counselors that I have really loved, and I've had counselors that I thought were sort of mediocre. But the jury is still out on her. This is like the fourth time that we've met, and I haven't really figured her out yet, like what her how she goes about counseling. I haven't really figured it out yet. So it's hard when you start with a new counselor because you feel like you have to start, well, you really do, in a sense. You have to start all over again. You have to go back to the very start and start from your childhood and go through all of every kind of trauma, every kind of anything, any kind of baggage that you feel like you're still carrying with you. And some of it, even if you feel like you've resolved that baggage, you still have to include it in your story so that they just know what's gone on. And I have a lot of baggage. Let's just say that. And I realize a lot of people have a lot of baggage. It's a drink. I can't believe they don't already have it ready. Is that weird that I said that? Just because I used to work in fast food.
214, how are you today?
Good, thank you.
Good. Did you want your receipt?
Please.
Okay. There you are.
Thank you.
Nice day, thank you.
You too. It's weird, like, if you've ever worked, I'm going to go off on a different tangent now. But if you've ever worked in an industry like I used to work for Taco Bell, I think I've mentioned that in a previous video, but once you've worked for them and then you don't work for them anymore, you still find that you critique, the jobs that they do when you go and you patronize that establishment. And like drinks are like so easy to have just ready, that those are the first things you do when somebody orders a drink. Like you just automatically start making the drink before they even get to the window. The drink is ready, so that when they get to the window, like you're like there and you're ready. And I don't know if most people probably don't know this if you haven't worked in the fast food industry. But most of the fast food chains or whatever, they time the people at the drive-thru, so their performance is based on how fast they are getting the food out. And so it's just interesting to me that she didn't have the drink ready. But anyway, tangent. So anyway, yeah. Counseling is, breaking in a new counselor is always, I don't want to say it's fun because it's never fun. It seems like a tedious task, and a lot of times I know in my circles of like support groups that I've been in, and just people that I know that have gone to counseling in the past. If they have to switch counselors for any reason, like their counselor moves or they retire or whatever, and they have to start a new counselor, more times than not, rather than starting a new counselor, they will just end their counseling sessions because they're like, I don't want to go back, I don't want to go there again, I don't want to rehash all of that, you know, bring up all of those issues again, because it really is taxing emotionally to go back and, you know, bring up things in the past and, you know, hurtful things, obviously. I mean, you're in counseling, so, you know, you're there because you're not there because you want to talk about, you know, how beautiful the day is outside. You're there because, you know, you have some serious issues that you need to resolve and that you haven't resolved, or you're there because you have, you know, a mental disease that you're dealing with on a daily basis, and, you know, you're trying to manage that, and, you know, counselors can help you, you know, along with medication. They can help you manage the symptoms of different, you know, different mental disorders and things like that. So, I mean, yeah. But I am of the belief, seriously, I have not met anyone in life that I felt was so grounded that I thought that they couldn't benefit from some counseling sessions. I just really haven't ever come across that person. You know, people have hurts in their lives, and even if you think that you were raised in the most normal household ever, you know, things could be normal at home, but maybe at school you were bullied, or, hi dude, you gonna just come on over and just like run over my car? Anyway, or maybe you've had a relationship that was particularly destructive or whatever, you know. I've never met a person in my life that I didn't feel like couldn't benefit from a couple, or, you know, more than a couple of counseling sessions. That's just my opinion, you know. So, yeah. Anyway, this ride to Salt Lake is about half an hour long. I could totally ramble and talk to you guys for the full half hour. But yeah, I you know, I'm not gonna put you through that. I promise I won't. So anyway, that's what's going on so far. And then I've got some errands, you know, in between the counseling session and coming back home. I talked to you guys yesterday. I'm still uploading. I don't know what is up. I don't know if my Wi-Fi is just so slow at the apartment, if we've got to, you know, if we've got to get some higher speed internet there or what, but my videos are taking so long to upload that I'm not being able to post them daily, because it's just seriously taking that long to upload these videos. So anyway, the video that I will upload for today, I am redoing my little desk area, and so I kind of show you guys that area and talk to you about what I'm doing there. And so because of that, I'll probably make a couple stops on the way home to a couple different places, just to look for some little decorative things that I can add to my desk area to kind of make it a little bit more fun and whimsical, and a little bit more stimulating in the creativity area. So anyway, yeah. But I'm on the freeway now, so I am going to concentrate on my driving. Alright, so all in all, not a bad session. Feeling a lot better about my counselor. We had a good conversation today, so that was good. A lot of construction down here. in the Salt Lake area, and there are a lot of, gosh, I'm squinting so bad. I need sunglasses in a major way. Let's see. And my camera, I gotta get it at a, whatever, at a decent angle. Ugh. Anyway, so I had a pretty good session. Feeling feeling good about it. I only teared up a little bit, so that's always good. I actually hate crying. I really hate crying. So it's always a good session when I come out and I have not shed very many tears. Holy cow, you will not guess what just happened to me. So I spent most of the day in not most of the day, but I spent the afternoon in Salt Lake, and then on the way home I called my mom and we decided to meet up for dinner, her and my stepdad and I. And so we met at the pizzeria and had dinner. And then I drove home because it was time to come home and feed my sweet dog. And drove home on the freeway. And as I get close to my house, I pull up at there's like an intersection stoplight, and I'm slowing down, and I hear this weird noise, like I could hear my tire rotation, and it was kind of making like a, I don't know how to even describe it, like a rubbing noise, like a woo, 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 woo. And I was like, what in the world is that? I was like, that's definitely my car making that noise. So I turned off the radio, and literally it was like right before you turn in to where I live. And so I turned in and came in and parked, and then got out of my car. And at first I thought it was something to do with my car's engine, because it really sounded like it was like something under the engine. Like I could hear some, it almost sounded like a water hose had ruptured or something. Like I could hear some, like something spewing out, like psst. And so like I popped my hood, and I get out of my car and go to like lift the hood, and it was not the hood, it was my front tire, like my driver's side tire. Like the air was coming out at such a high rate of speed that like it just sounded like it was like psst. I was like, oh my gosh. And my tire was like literally almost flat. And so then I'm thinking, okay, great, you know, I have a flat tire. I have never changed a flat tire on my car. Never. Like when it came time to do the flat tire thing in driver's ed, like I totally didn't do it, which I failed driver's ed. Okay, so my secret's out. I got an F in driver's ed. Like I was a really good student. I always got A's and B's, but in driver's ed I got an F because I did not change the flat tire. So I'd never done it before. And so anyway, I get home, to make a long story short, I get the manual out. I start to like follow the manual to like change the tire. One of my neighbors sees me. He comes over to help. We get the tire off. And no, I didn't like run over a nail or anything. Like the treading on my tire had worn so thin that it basically had worn a hole in the tire. And I'm just, basically, I am just so grateful that I made it home. Like, I could have totally had a blowout on the freeway going like 70 miles an hour. And anyway, I just feel super blessed. Like Heavenly Father was watching out for me, because that I just seriously could have totally had a blowout on the freeway, and it would have been bad news. So anyway, that is why my hair is all pulled back, because I was ready to get down and dirty and change that tire. And I'm so grateful to my neighbor, whose name is Jason, who came by and helped. Basically, he did the whole thing for me, because there's no way I could lift that tire off. I mean, it's so heavy. So anyway, guess who's going to get new tires tomorrow? This gal. But anyway, so basically I'm wiped out. I'm ready to like take a nice bath, get into some pajamas, call it a night. I did want to do one quick update before I close out today's vlog. The video I'm posting today, which hopefully you will have already watched by the time you watch this one, I talk about updating my desk area. So I just want to pan over and show you where it's at so far. I don't think it's a finished product, but it's pretty close. So I'm going to pan over and show you that. Okay, so this is what my desk area looks like today. I took the brown lamp that I had yesterday, which was over here. I took it back and I found this really super cute white ceramic lamp that I just love it. I think it's perfect. It's not what I had originally pictured, but I love it. I think it's just perfect for the space. And with the yellow lampshade, I think it really it goes really well with the little yellow bird that's in the painting. And then I updated one of the picture frames. I found this really cool picture frame, and I switched out the picture of, it's my son's, one of his senior pictures, so I switched that out and put it in that picture frame. And then I still have the little thermometer up there, and my little and symbol, which is actually just a bookend, but I like it. I think it's kind of cute, so I kept it there. So okay, let's zoom back out. So that's kind of where I'll turn this back around, turn that on. So that's kind of where the desk situation is at the current moment. So I'm still looking for things to kind of add. I may take away some things. I'm not really sure at this point. I really wanted to go and do some more shopping today, just kind of look around, but it kind of didn't fit into the agenda. Of course, the flat tire didn't really fit into the agenda of today either, but sometimes you just have stuff like that happens, right? I mean, life happens, and you just deal with it and you move on. So anyway, so today I feel like has been a really full day, and I feel like I'm ready to call it a day. So tomorrow, I'm not really sure what's on the agenda for tomorrow. I know I picked Chris up at the airport really late, so I'm excited that he'll be home, but I'm not excited to pick him up late. And I do know what's on tomorrow's agenda. It's buying new tires, so that should be super fun. So anyway, I hope that you guys had a great day. All in all, even with the tire thing, it was a good day today. You can't just let one little thing ruin your whole day, right? So I hope you guys have a great night, and I will talk to you later. Bye.